What's so special about Chris and I is our bond is so genuine that neither of us care what people make of it because we know our genuine friendship and we know our bond.
Well, that's good news because we astrology geeks are going to be diving in and looking at the charts of JoJo and Chris. And we know already when we look at their charts, especially with that Mars conjunct Venus exact in Aquarius between them, and I already did a few slides on their Pluto node connection, and so we already know that their connection is very genuine. But what I want to guide you through is that we can't just look at the synastry charts. That's when you lay one chart over the other. When you're looking at a couple, we have to look at both of the parties. We also have to look at what stage of life they're in, what kind of timing they're on. So we're going to look at the annual perfections. We're going to look at secondary progressions. We're going to look at the Saturn transits. And I'm going to show you how the timing, this is going to sound weird, but the timing was actually perfect when you look at what Kath is going through. And I think I have just a birth date that may be correct. And it makes sense. But anybody at 27, if you're 27 years old, you're probably also going through some sort of big change and trauma, because that's just the timing of things. Also, for a 21-year-old, there's something going on there. And then I'm going to take you through and walk you through a little bit of how I look at everything, because you really need to take a high level view to see what different cycles are going on. So what's going to happen is I think I'm going to start first with where we are now, like the timing of the breakup, and then I'm going to take you through just an overview individually of JoJo's and Chris's charts, because there are a lot of things going on there that are important to know before you look at the two charts. And especially, I know that JoJo in a video said that she feels like they're very much the same. And I'm going to show you how that is true the way I see it in the astrology, but I have to show you their individual charts first. And then we'll look at the synastry chart. I'm gonna lay Chris's chart over top of JoJo's chart, and I do not have an exact birth time for Chris, so we don't know his rising sign and we don't know his exact moon degree. He definitely we definitely know his moon sign, Sagittarius, but we don't know the degree. And so we're gonna look at that, and I may take you through either by planet or maybe by aspect, and we'll talk about how those things, how they tend to show up in a relationship. And the other thing I want to say is that you can't really look at a synastry chart and tell, is this going to be a forever relationship, or even what kind of relationship, because synastry is just how our planets in our birth chart interact. And so there are, for certain, destiny and fate points in the way people meet each other and in the way certain things happen. But after that, you're looking at free will and timing, basically. And then ordinarily we might take a look at the composite chart, but because I do not have an exact time for Chris's chart, we can't really draw up a meaningful composite chart. So by the time we get all through this, we'll have a lot of information and you guys can ask questions, and I can do extra videos, but I find this intriguing and I know a lot of you do too, so stay tuned.